Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 4th, 2023 Angel Day reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Capricorn. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. The Fool. Okay, we need to be mindful of being foolish during this time. Whenever the Fool comes up in a negative sense, it is being foolhardy. It is kind of being a little bit too brash about things, thinking, well, I can just do this. It's simple enough. If they can do it, I can do it, definitely. Just be mindful about this, because it's almost a sense of, I want to run before I even know how to crawl type of energy that's coming out. So be aware of this, or we can be pulled in by somebody who thinks they can do absolutely everything and doesn't even know the basics and doesn't even want to take the time to fail, to learn, to build, to grow. Just understand that here. So let's see the message from Spirit, Angels, and Spirit Guides. Ooh, okay. Show me clearly. And here we have purposeful. Now we had this turned upside down as it made its journey and then turned right side up. So it's like we feel purposeful and then we don't feel purposeful. And we're questioning, what am I doing here? How am I moving forward? Where is it that I can be? What is it that I really desire? We're questioning our purpose. So just be very mindful of this during this time, where we can feel really purposeful 1 minute and then the next minute we can feel like we've lost our purpose, or, we're not getting to where we want to be or moving fast enough. And so we don't feel as if our purpose is being met. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Just move this all down just a bit more so that you can see it better. Okay. So we have the Hangman reversed. We have here the Page of, this is the page, let me just double check. The Page of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We then have the Four of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay. There's a different way that we're seeing things. The Hangman reversed is saying that we see things differently, and then we're starting to see things differently than that. It can almost be like we went through this one growth, this one time of revelations, and then we're going through another one of growth, revelations, seeing things differently, finding our place in the world. And we can be thinking, didn't I do this? Didn't I do this already? And it doesn't mean that we actually fit into the mainstream, which is going to be one of the hardest things for us, especially if that's important. And because we're ruled by Saturn, that tends to be important to us, Capricorn. Fitting into the mainstream, having a structure around us. And it can be that we are finding that structure again, but we can feel a little bit adrift here. So just be mindful of this on this Angel Day. We're a heck of a lot more introspective than maybe we usually are, or maybe even than we want to be. But that introspection is serving us well, because we're going to see us moving forward in a way that we need to. We just spiritually need to look at these things differently. And it's going to be uncomfortable for us for a little bit before we settle, before everything settles around us. The Page of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a fantastic time to learn, to take in the knowledge, to speak, to listen, to learn. We can have somebody around us, a person who is younger, who is an air sign energy, or just a constant knowledge seeker. This can also be a constant knowledge seeker that we're going to be drawn to during this time. This is a person who cuts through doubts and fears and negativity, but we're also going to find ourselves embodying these traits as cutting, especially, okay, so Spirit's saying, especially if your ascending is in the air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're going to find yourself to be highly inquisitive, very much seeking for greater knowledge, greater discoveries, a greater sense than what is being presented. It leads us to the Wheel of Fortune. It leads us to things changing, us seeing things quite differently than we have seen things before. The Wheel of Fortune has us knowing that we're entering into a new season. Our fortune is changing. And what we're going to find that as our fortune changes, as we enter this new season, we're kind of coming to terms with a different sense of us, or a different way that things are working out than we had expected them to. Because we're entering this new season, we can think, oh, okay, everything's going to work out just fantastically, and I don't have to worry. And I do see a bit of worry around you, because it's like, well, I didn't want that to change. I just wanted this to change. I didn't want that to move that way. I wanted it to move this way. And Spirit is saying here, things are moving in the cycle that they need to in order to get you to the place that you need to be. So just know here that there's also vampiric energy coming in with the Four of Pentacles. I have that as my vampiric energy card. And as we're entering into a new season, we're also looking at a lot of the energies that have held us back, a lot of bad habits, or, maybe trying to fit in when we just didn't fit in. And this is also the negative words said by people that have weighed us down, that have held us back, that have kept us from moving forward the way that we needed to, the way that we desired solely as we're moving forward. So we're going to see a release coming towards us during this time and moving us forward in a way that we hadn't imagined. So that's going to be a very big thing for us. We're going to see cords being cut, very much the sense of the Page of Swords, even a person who cuts these cords for us. Or I don't see it as somebody else does it for us. I can see it as somebody is teaching us or opening up a door to looking at things differently. And that severs some ties. But there's also a sense of, as I become a student of what I want, of what I say, of what I desire within my life, that severs a lot of the negativity that was holding me back, a lot of the preconceived notions that was keeping me stuck. And then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is we're going to be facing a challenge on this Angel Day that we have faced before. Now, there's a greater strength to us. And you could say, Dane, how is there a greater strength to us if we are so unsure? Here, we are moving in a direction to our own prosperity that lets us say, I'm unsure. I don't get this. I didn't understand this. Is this right? Is this wrong? That type of thing. So just be mindful of this during this time, that as we face this challenge again, we're a whole different person than who we were when originally we started this. And there's a freedom to us, there's a distinction to us, but there's also a sense of, I can stand up for myself now. I can be empowered. And that's what's going to serve us, because people are going to think, oh, you're stuck. You have this vampiric energy holding you back, pulling you back, kind of holding the back of your shirt as you're trying desperately to run forward. Now, the shirt is ripping. You're being free. And there's a sense of, oh, wow, I didn't think that could happen. I stumble, I fall a bit. If the shirt rips and you get to run forward, you would stumble and fall because that weight that was holding you back is gone. And now it moves you forward in a direction that you weren't prepared for. But that once you get your footing, and it only takes you a little bit, and even if you fall, once you get up, it's like, oh, I got this. I see this. I know exactly what happened. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the High Priestess. That's what I feel like you need to do. Breathe in, breathe out, calm yourself, center yourself. The High Priestess energy, when we're told to be mindful of it, is the fact that we're having a veil lift from our eyes. We're looking at things in a very different way. It makes us feel raw. It makes us feel vulnerable. It makes us feel overwhelmed. So do be aware of this, as you're moving forward, that you're feeling things. You're much more empathic. The world hits you a bit harder. And this is a time where it's like, oh, okay, I see that. Okay, I feel that more. I need to take care of myself a bit more. We're not going to want to. We're going to want to push forward, as we always have. But just center it a bit more is going to be a very good thing for you. Our subconscious message from Spirit is Earth. We're Earth sign energy. in a very big way, Capricorn. To be able to ground ourselves, to be able to connect ourselves with the earth, to be able to plant ourselves in the earth is going to be so important to us. It's going to help move us forward in a way that we hadn't imagined. So get outside. If you can't get outside for any reason, even just visualizing yourself, planting yourself in the earth, like, putting your feet on the ground and roots going in and the sunlight on your face, visualize it. It would be very, very helpful for you. And then we have, subconsciously, we have the Three of Swords reversed. There's heartbreak, pain, and disappointment that we're letting go of. It's defined us for way too long. And as we're releasing it, we're freeing ourselves. We're freeing ourselves from vampiric energy. We're doing so maybe a bit more slowly than we want to. But we're looking at 3 main heartbreaks that can be very raw to us. And we're releasing them from our consciousness, from ourselves. And they're not the defining factor anymore. There's actually a real sense of, I know what I want. I know where I'm headed. I know where I'm going. These wounds, thank you for the lesson. As hard as it may sound with some of the things that we learn on this earth, it's like you've made my soul more than what it was before. Even if they fractured us, along the way, the fact that I've built it back up, the fact that I'm still standing is amazing, and it's tremendous. So be aware of this during this time, that there's a release, and that your soul is way stronger, Capricorn, than you think it is. All right, Capricorn, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. God bless. Bye.